Hello, wherever and whenever you are, and welcome back to QuestJunkiesUK. Welcome back to the Underdark, and welcome back to Out of the Abyss. And
you're really good at that. I think I've synced up with you.
Half a second up.
I'm getting better. I'm getting better.
Okay. Wow, Buns, let's revel in this moment, and let me turn you down a little bit here.
My God.
Yay!
What is going
All
on?
this time, I thought that the cover was helping me keep the sound, but it was holding me back.
Your full potential now realized.
There we go. Hey, Silver. Hey, Pixie. How you doing? Welcome in, everyone. Good to have so many folks hanging out already. Daisy and Lucicius and we got Rubblejax. I see you there. McClever jumping in there. Bree, thank you. Reminding me there, Bree with a spin of the wheel for Grim right out of the gate.
Oh, Bree, you're the best.
Those fabulous Kiwis over at Dice Legends. Hello, hello. It was a pleasure to raid in the other day. Hope you're all doing well. Wild Magic Surge, perfect.
Yes.
Corbin, your hair's getting funny. Green screen error, no Rubblejax. Green screen intentional. Fully intentional. Excellent. Thank you, Bree, for that. Why did that thing go behind my frame? That was weird. Hang on. That was the flying emotes being all strange. No. Behave. Okay, anyway.
I'm always this close to dying in game and going to the Fey realm that it's decided that it would want to.
The Fey realm will come to you.
Thank you.
Very, very obliging. Okay.
Oh yeah, wait. I'm supposed to be blind. It's.
There you go. Okay, so, dear friends, thank you for joining us today. Oh, and another gifted sub. I guess that one goes to Buns. You don't want people leaving left out. Okay, here we go. Thank you, McClever.
For Jesus.
Both of you,
Jesus.
Bree and McClever, thanks for all of the support all the time. Absolutely awesome. I see you up there. Look at you on that leaderboard for the gifted subs there. Oh, it's Chunky Corbin again as grow a size.
I'm already a size big. I got bigger.
Well, that's been over a session now, so you're okay. Remember, it only lasts until.
I wasn't complaining. I was just asking.
The phase rest starts to ebb away, and you're like, oh, and then boom, back up again. Yay!
Yay! I always talk about my halo of spores. Now we have the physical manifestation of my halo of spores.
Indeed.
You can't forget them now.
Looks great. Okay, yes. Okay, thank you, McClever, for that. Keeping our monk supersized as we like it. Remember, Corbin, that does give you the effects of the enlarge spell. So an extra D4 punchiness.
I also like that can go along with my new thing I can do.
That was ominous for Jesus.
That was my that was going to be one of my comments today. Once we said a few thank yous, is to figure out what new toys you've got as we leveled up last time, surviving the purple worm nest as you did. Now, but yes, and in just a moment we can jump in on that. Now, everyone, we are very, very lucky to be supported by lots of wonderful people. You saw the Kickstarter in the opening there, the fabulous folks over at Troll Games, with a huge quantity of armor and armaments for your heroes and monsters alike. Funded in 13 minutes, if memory serves. They were supposed to head over to our good friend Lord Gusamba the other day and have a chat with them all about it until some of those nasty storms knocked out power for the head of Troll Games, unfortunately. But they are doing wonderful things over there. So let me drop that link again. If you have not already, please jump in and support those awesome folks over with their Kickstarter. I think it's 4 Castles and Crusades, Rubblejax, but it is, I mean, you know, it's more of a flavorful thing, so you can use it in 5e very easily, I would say. Okay, and you know, Castles and Crusades is 5e adjacent. Inspired a lot of 5e stuff as it came out before 5e, and 5e borrowed from it quite heavily as memory serves. Talking with Chuck and stuff about that. Okay, now also the people scrolling by over there on the opposite side next to our friend Corbin, the wonderful folks at CCRPG are sponsoring our giveaway again this week I cannot tell you what it is quite yet until it is completed, because this is going to be the hottest off the press giveaway from CGRPG that we have ever given. Their brand new product being released this very month, or on the start of July. It's coming up very, very soon. So if you want the chance to be one of the first people to ever see this brand new offering from CZRPG, jump into the giveaway, ! Enter in the chat for your chance to win. That will draw at the end. And as we are rolling on through here, of course, a big shout out to the wonderful people at Sirenscape for the chance to bring music and sound effects to you lovely people. And, of course, those wonderful Click Click Math Rocks from Phoenix Dice, as well as our awesome community of professional DMs and wonderful folks over at DM Charlie Gaming. Look out for the links as they scroll by in chat and jump into all of their amazing stuff for the chance for awesome things in your games as well. Now, last time we were here, as I said, they survived the Purple Worm Nursery. Just about. It was a bit touch and go, shall we say, which is exciting and what we wanted. Kalo was swallowed for a while and discovered their musical ability whilst they were down there. you know these old instruments being done with cat guts. Is yours with purple worm gut?
I mean, it's a bit stringy down there, so I got a little bit of practice.
A little bit, just a little bit. You were down by the vocal cords for a while, I think. Anyway, yes, poor Kalo was swallowed up by the beast, but a conjured python, giant constrictor, forcing its way down the gullet of the purple worm, helped rescue our valiant drow paladin. Pow, for short, apparently.
Paladin.
Pop, pop. And they were able to defeat the beast and escape with the priceless eggs that they had managed to snatch before the angry daddy turned up. 2 of those puppies, yeah, indeed. And the drow hunting party were also able to escape. And
as my shopping list.
Indeed. As they... Hey, Papa, nice, that's good news, mate. As they stealthed their way out, avoiding the attentions of the protective purple worm, unwilling to stray as it was too far from its nest, they regrouped with their friends up in the worm writhing's tunnels. And do not fret, my friends, Zakan, our good friend Stephen, will be regrouping with us too in just a moment. But let us, as we enjoy those that are missing, scrolling by down here, do check out the fabulous Ryutoshi, who is the artist for our awesome character art here. Out of the Abyss art. Here are the links over there. Check them out. Awesome style. And, my friends, let us return over to you folks. As you, as I said, regroup in the tunnels with the drow egg hunting party and your wayward wizard, who unfortunately Lexi can't join us today, but we'll be back soon. And we will see just what's next as you remember your drow archmage patron, Vizeran, who has a plan for stopping the crazed demon lords that have emerged from the abyss up here into the Underdark, threatening the mortal realm itself. They have a plan, but that does require various items and things that need to be used. So, you were told one of the other things that you needed was the central eye of a beholder. And there is a location not 17 miles from your current location here in the Worm Writhings, known as the Vast Oblivion, the lair of a beholder and their enslaved workers. So, you have the chance to head down that way as we enter into the tunnels and tombs once more. Difference. As you reach level 10, what new toys do we have to behold? Kayla.
I see what you did there.
Haha.
Friends, you will notice that there is a hyphen on my character sheet. That is because
You frame who dis?
you frame Kudis.
Yes.
We are officially a paladin bard. Obviously, no school until level 3, but we're working on our
We're working on it.
musical pipes. We're working on it. We're working here. So, all the nice little toys of a bard are coming our way.
Yay.
Excellent, excellent. What level 1 stuff do you get with a bard?
Not
I do not have
much.
it.
I don't think there's expertise yet. But I do.
Hang on. let's
Gosh,
pull
it's
this-
been a while since I've played a bard. Hold on.
That's right. I got it right here. Let's pull this
It's
up.
not too much.
Da, 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 da. Pulling
Bardic
up the class
inspiration.
table.
We get a D6 of bardic inspiration.
Nice, nice. Always useful.
So that's where we are.
Okie doke. Noted, noted. You also magical inspiration. What's that? Is that new? Is this the new one?
Oh, from the Pasha's stuff.
Potential. It's what's this the thing for? UACFV.
That is $1 million question.
What is that? It's from
I'm
page 3 of
just as confused as
UACFV. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's Unearthed Arcana stuff. So sorry, we shall skip over that. That's what that stands for. Okay, so yep, you have that. But you also get your spell casting. So you got two spell slots and 4 spells.
For the first time, I have more than one cantrip that's not a racial ability.
Huzzah!
Let's
Let's
go.
Let's go. We're in cantrip land, baby.
The Cantrip Club. Which spells did you go for? Because you got two
Minor
cantrips and
illusion.
4 spells.
Minor illusion
Yes.
and vicious mockery.
Cool. And level spells?
Leveled spells from our dear friend Patch, Heart to Heart. Dissonant Whispers, Hideous Laughter, Healing Word.
Nice. Did you do this on Roll20?
Yep.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure you had access to all the tasty Cobalt Press spells.
They are tasty.
They leveled up last time, Lee. Yeah, so I'm just checking in, seeing what toys they got. Good to see you. And Corbin. I think you leveled it out, right? So it's 5 and 5.
Yeah, we're 5 and 5. I'm officially a 5 monk, 5 druid. I upped my monks to match out, but now it means I have 5 key points.
Oh.
Yes.
More toys.
First and foremost,
Oh,
5 key points.
I see as I
Yay! I got a little bit beefier, so hopefully it takes me a bit more to go down now.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Hello.
I know I get more spells, but I didn't really go through them yet because I was unsure whether to do them on Roll20 or on D&D Beyond. Because I'm used to doing it on D&D Beyond.
Yeah, I mean that's easier to use, but Roll20 has more options. So
yeah, I would have to be walked through that. So we
take.
could probably look at that later. We could probably either, if you could help me later, that would be appreciated. But
No problem.
things that I can do now, because I can do things. I have. Nope, go back. Don't fight. I'll fight you. I'm trying to be cool. Don't you embarrass me in front of all these people. I now have something called Special Aim.
Special
That's symbiotic energy. That's Tavern Brawler Wild Shape. Here it is. Yes. Nope, that's deflect missiles. I have ritual spells.
Monk.
I have a new key field attack. I have stunning strike. When you hit
extra.
a melee.
Yeah, extra attack.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just straight up extra attack. So right. Yeah.
Hex yeah. And then here it is.
Mm-hmm.
And focused aim. When you miss an attack roll, this is the one that I'm excited about. When you miss an attack roll, you could spend 1 to 3 key points to increase your attack roll by 2 for each of these key points to spend, potentially turning it from a miss to a hit. I can add up to 6 points to a roll.
Yeah.
If something goes wrong, I'm never getting rid of those diamonds.
Nice. Yep. For optional +6.
Optional +6.
Right? And that's nice. Now that we've changed the crystal rule as well, that's nice because you can't, can't choose. So you can roll with advantage and add up to 6.
I have quickened healing.
Nice.
And I've certain things that I had before have gotten a lot stronger. Like my Hail of Spores has gotten a longer range, I think. And my deflect missiles is up to 1d10.
Nice.
Good stuff.
Oh, somebody doing cool things. Pixie, thank you. Giving Dag a gifted sub. Hey, Pixie, is that going to Zakan? Zakan's to anyone languishing without a spin of the wheel today?
Yeah.
A spin.
I'm big again.
Yes, Corbin was on the verge of shrinking into mediocrity, but then
I used my will,
again.
My force of will.
Kalo got a wild magic surge, and Zakan, thank you, Pixie. And also, everyone, check out Pixie's clips on the Discord. There was some great ones from Dark of Xerxes. Back this weekend. Are you ready, Mike?
No.
No.
We get to check how serious Mai was when she was at the end of last time. She's like, I don't want to play anymore.
I know.
It was in the words of the great Vinnie Jones. It was emotional. Oh, a long rest crystal, Zakan. Bobbing
Grandma
around
needs rest.
Grandma needs her nap.
In that time.
So
I take a nap right here.
Zakan, which Zakan, which of your classes got a level up?
So I decided to go with cleric.
Nice.
Foregoing the option of taking an extra attack, like Buns did.
Putting you.
But instead,
so what level cleric now? Is it
level
6?
6 cleric, and then level 4 ranger.
Nice. So you get
the big change.
More channel divinity. Rishi coming in too. Thank you, Rishi.
More channel divinity, more powerful spells, more spell slots, and I can now use my warding flare on allies.
And a divine domain feature.
Yeah, so that's my warding flare.
Rishi, I haven't had a spin of the wheel, or we could roll a d3 for it. Because everyone else has had one. Thank you so much.
I like the DM spins. The DM spins are always fun.
Oh yeah.
Wild magic surge.
Surge.
Indeed. If random eye rays were not enough already. Okay, my friends. So you have. Yay! One for me. Daisy coming, everyone. Thank you so much.
Daisy.
Hype train incoming.
Yay!
Who gets the spin for Daisy? Is that has to be a roll for it? Can it? It's D4. Bleak season should not be rewarded for anything. Bleak season is entirely to blame for the dance-off, which is impending.
Thank you, Bleak season.
A short rest for me.
We love and appreciate you, Bleak season.
Okay, Daisy, do exclamation mark roll space 4 in chat, like this, to see who it is. I rolled myself, but Daisy, you roll it. We'll see who it is. We'll miss you on Saturday. It is a non-Candlekeep Mysteries week.
Broken hearts.
Who's it gonna be? Right, okay, so 3. Okay, that goes to Zakan.
Oh, what we got?
Let's see. Thank you, everyone. Oh, hype train.
Can't believe everyone's showing up just for me. That'd be crazy.
Unbelievable, right? We were so happy. We were waiting. We couldn't start without you. We had to
Oh, Zakan smiles. Zakan smiles in cleric. Oops, all wisdom.
Hey.
Oh,
there you go.
I just reset that.
Put it back. Nice.
That's
Thank you,
all
Daisy.
wisdom.
Oof. 20 wisdom until the end of next session.
Hey, this is gonna be a spell heavy episode.
Sorry, Papa. No Disney princess today. Okay. Right. Thank you, everybody. Awesome support as always. And that's going right back into the channel. I am a little DM in need of the Book of Ebb and Tides on Roll20. I shall say no more on that, but let me just say that has become necessary. So we shall be investing in that very soon. Okay, so Corbin, Zakan, Kalo, over to you as you stand there with the Drow who are making their preparations to leave. The leader, Zora Halen, Van Halen's mother.
I can see the resemblance. Yeah, I can see the resemblance.
Actually, her name wasn't Van Halen. What was her name?
Can't we just pretend?
It's close. Han. It was Han. It was Han Halen. There we go.
Oh, okay.
So yes, Han Halen's mother. Let's call her Eddie. No, she has a name. Zora Halen comes over to you. Well, that was rather dramatic. You purport to be a guide, an expert on this terrain that we exist in. What on earth possessed you to reveal yourselves? To leap to the defense of Drow who were already dead? For all intents and purposes.
Yeah, it wasn't a guarantee. That's why.
It's always worth trying.
Well, you have returned my daughter to me, and thus ensured the continuation of my house's line, and for that you have my thanks. If there is the opportunity, if you're ever in Menzoberranzan, I'm sorry, I shall return the favor. Now, please conduct the rest of your adventures with a modicum more common sense, and perhaps we shall meet again. Adieu.
No to the first part, yes to the second part.
Are you planning to return to Menzoberranzan? It doesn't seem, from what I hear, very hospitable at the moment.
It is our home, and it will go from strength to strength, no matter what you avert. Now, hunters, we leave. And they just ghost off down the tunnel. No, he's welcome.
About as close to a thank you as you ever get from the Drow of Menzoberranzan.
I feel tingly.
No, tingly's the right word for it. That's the most courteous they've ever been to anyone I've ever met. But keep that locked away in your memories, because you will never get that again.
Now then, Caleb, come on.
Tingling isn't poison.
No contact. Wasn't even any chance for contact poison. You're all good.
They didn't even try to backstab us. Well, yet.
Scarlet, hello, lovely.
Hello.
Scarlet.
Hi.
Coming in
Hi.
with the raiders. Welcome in, raiders. Thanks for the flowers. Welcome.
Well,
We have just gotten started, despite it being 37 minutes later.
I feel like we're remarkable enough that I'm not going to get a big head about this.
Mushroom. Hey, welcome in, everybody. Good to have you. If you are coming in with the raid, welcome. We are QuestJunkiesUK. We play lots of D&D and other TTRPGs, such as Candela Obscura with the fabulous Scarlet Song. Hope everyone's doing well. Pixie, how do you get to be in here gifting subs and everything, and be a raider from Scarlet Song? double Pixie. It's their Fey magic, Pixie magic. Okay, welcome in, everybody. So, hope that you got lots of good work done there, Scarlet. Everyone, if you're able to stick around, do get comfy, grab a drink. We are playing ourselves out of the Abyss. They have survived the Purple Worm Nursery, but need to go and talk to a beholder about an eye. So
No, we need to go fight a beholder. I wanted to talk to a beholder about an eye. Everybody else is like, no.
You can talk to this guy too, but I'm not sure how much he'll be willing to give up. No, it's
His
actually
central eye.
just the main one, yes. Okay, everyone. So yeah, jump in. And we've got a giveaway going today. The latest release, as yet unreleased, from CZRPG is up for grabs today. So jump in. ! Enter in chat, and hope you're doing great. Give us a follow. Thanks, Domestic, for the follow there. Good to have everyone. So, sorry, super interrupting there, folks. Over to you.
Well,
you remember from Vizarin's description, Zakan, definitely with your knowledge and bearings that you have, it's less than 20 miles to where this beholder lairs.
Well, as much as I would like to just sit here and lick my wounds, so to speak, I think we should be on. I can find a place to camp in a number of miles, but we should get as far as we can.
okay. Then our best bet is going to be to follow the trail of the worms and then see if we can find a new, like, crop or something that we can tunnel in. Could I roll a survival check to get us there swiftly?
Absolutely.
All right, you get one at a time, digital dice. I'm gonna roll the thing.
That was some hostility. My goodness, what did those digital dice ever do to you?
You know what they've done to me.
Now, Pixie's saying you draw a pretty Scarlet Song, but there's no comma. So, Pixie, was the pretty Scarlet Song drawing a self-portrait of a pretty Scarlet Song, or were they drawing other pretty drawings? Is the question.
There we go.
Exegesis. I closed.
What did it even roll? 15.
Hey,
that's good.
There you go.
I think it's pretty okay.
Zakan nods in senpai.
Right? I'm like, I got this. Leave it to me, Zakan. You're tired. There
was one point when you were about to go off down a tunnel that was just choked with giant spider webs and your little buddy there, Webster, was just like, nope.
Like, oh no, I thought we were fine. Not okay.
I'm joking. Pixie. No worries. Okay.
Find us a nice little camp spot.
Yeah. So yeah, it would make good time and actually after a while you do start to come back into more natural tunnels and away from the prowling grounds of the purple worms and feeling a bit safer. There, do find yourself a cavern to get set up in for the night. Such as it is down here, it's kind of difficult to. It's like whenever you feel like falling down and sleeping, let's do that. So
I'm just gonna take a nap right here, but I'll take first watch.
Right.
Just based on vibes.
Yeah, right.
It's nighttime whenever you want it to be nighttime.
Right.
I mean, that's pretty much how long rests work in the Wakiverse. So
yeah,
sometimes
I feel like 5:30,
sometimes so much happens.
That's 5:30 on the Sword Coast somewhere.
I just want some water.
cracks a dark lake stout. Okay. You set up camp, and Corbin takes the first watch. And you, in the waking world, spend an uneventful evening.
Me.
Did we already roll our hit dice?
If you have not, please do. Yeah.
Our level up ones.
Your new hit points. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
New hit points. Who dis?
New hit points.
Yeah, as you rest and gain them. So I've never like come out and like said that like straight up, but I think you should get the extra hit points when you actually take a long rest, even if you like level up in the middle of the day.
It kind of makes sense to me, because like all the spell resets and all of that stuff tends to be on a long rest.
How many hit dice are you supposed to? You're supposed to just roll the one?
One extra. Yeah, one
quite
extra. Yeah.
understood.
Yeah, whatever
Oh,
whatever your dice is, whatever the druid dice is.
So let's see.
So D8. So I rolled an 8. So huzzah.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Then I just add that to my total.
Yeah, if you open up the manage hit points thing, there's a total HP on the left of the 3 boxes. You just add 8. You add 8 to that, and it adds your constitution automatically.
Hello, Jesus. You want to join the fucking club, don't you?
I'm tired of going down.
No worries, Dice Legends. Good to have you.
Rolled a big old
Next
7.
time we level up, I'm gonna take a level in barbarian, and then everyone's gonna have feelings.
Hey everyone, if you are not already, you really should check out the awesome Dice Legends and the work that they do with their professional TV and actor buddies. Awesome stories from the land of Middle-earth, shall we say. Sorry, I'm just getting the spelling right. Capital letters don't matter, do they? Bated breath. Huzzah! There you go. Everyone, give them a follow. Very, very fun times. With the occasional familiar face as a guest. Of course. And, although I may be preaching to the choir, you should also head over to Scarlet Song. Bet you knew that.
Did we kick your butt?
What? Grim in chat isn't following Scarlet Song?
Yes.
Imposter!
As if.
I will get right to the bottom of this.
Identity theft! Impersonating me and unfollowing people I love. The streams are really good. Gasp! I know. Controversy. You made Scarlet cry. It's okay. Briefly. Very, very swift on the bounce back. And that should have cooled down now. Nope. Damn it. 53 seconds more. Just a moment, please, Scarlet. Please hold.
Fully rested.
Okay. Right. So, difference. Let's see. I think. Ooh, yes. Let's do. This one.
Oh no.
Zakat.
Yeah, I know what the music means.
No. Keep going. Just go.
You don't know if it was the reminiscings on Dark Lake Stouts as you went to sleep, or quite what the inspiration was for this. But you become aware of the dream you find yourself in, on the edge of a tunnel opening up into a vast cavern, much like that contains areas of the Dark Lake. And you see before you the softly rippling, disturbed by some far-off rockfall or creature swimming, the topical analogy, Black Mirror surface of the water, reflecting faint bioluminescence from the cavern walls around you. Spots of fungi and lichen, creating almost a sense of weightlessness, as it looks like you're at the midpoint of a vast space full of stars, stretching up above you and reflected, and therefore seeming to stretch away beneath you. As You regard the scene. A tranquil moment after all of the chaos of the purple worm nest. Your dark vision allows you to see a figure walking across the surface of the water, just on the edge of your dark vision, so that's about 60 feet away. Is it 60 feet at the moment?
90.
90. So, yeah, about 90 feet off, almost 100 feet away. You see this indiscriminate grey vision, as your night vision only shows you shades of grey. A long, pale dress with a darker grey hooded cloak up over their hair, just slowly pacing towards you, each footfall creating a little ripple effect that speeds across the water towards you, ahead of the person. You don't immediately recognize them, but as they get closer and your vision allows you a glimpse beneath the hood, the features are familiar. With the streaks of tears down her cheeks, arms clasped together, almost as if cradling an infant that's not there. But you do see a bunch of flowers, black-headed roses. You're reminded of Kalo's recent purchase in the dwarven stronghold of Gauntlgrim. The head of his weapon looking very similar to these roses that this figure carries towards you. As they grow closer, indistinct against the darkness of the backdrop, you can see, mostly from the ripples and the distortion in the reflection, petals falling off these roses to either side of her as she proceeds towards you, causing their own little ripples in the water. As the figure you knew as Tidra steps towards you. She stops about 20 feet from the rock ledge you stand upon, and she just extends one pale hand towards you, as if beckoning you to join her and take it.
As usual in their dreams, Zakan is unmasked and not covered in bandages and hidden. They look relatively normal. They're sort of pale gray skin and golden eyes visible. And I think as the figure was drawing closer and they began to realize who it was, or maybe even before that, just hoping that it was who they thought it was, they started walking into the water. There's sort of robes pulling around them, and as the hand extends, they also reach out to the teacher's hand.
It's the first time you've seen her since she vanished from your awareness and from your visions, before you'd even traveled to her island in Bytopia, but only found Eliwick Tan. She wordlessly takes your hand. It's cold to the touch, whereas before it was always a source of warmth. An anchor, a beacon in the dark, cold rock of the Underdark. What do you do?
I think they begin to allow that golden energy that's within them, and as they've been recovering their power from their sort of long time away, it doesn't always hurt them anymore to let the flames kind of spread over their body and emerge from their eyes and mouth and everything. And so instead, they're just trying to channel that divine golden warmth and let it sort of envelop the two of them in essentially like a very gentle, controlled version of Radiance of the Dawn that's meant to warm and comfort rather than just obliterate evil.
The figure before you exhales in a sigh, and her breath washes over you both, and your radiance is extinguished. The warmth gone. Her mouth opens and, still not making eye contact with you, her hood is down over her eyes. You can just see her nose and mouth. Her jaw moves, and you hear what is unmistakably the voice of Tidra, but without any of the joy, any of the vitality and the hope that it had before. There is no warmth or comfort for me now. I am reassured to see you have found light elsewhere, the light of the moon. I apologize that I was taken from you. It was not by choice. Failures. Failures led to a need for atonement. A need to it does not matter. I was set an impossible task beyond the boundaries of everything we know, beyond the mists. Charged to consecrate what has been lost for good, unless it can be pulled from that cursed realm. Everyone, join us in 10 hours for Barovia and beyond. For Ravenloft shenanigans.
Don't fuck it up, guys.
No
Fix my
pressure.
family.
Well, it's going to end one way or the other. They have 5 more sessions.
Oh.
Yeah, I look forward to being emotionally devastated in about a month. But I think
Well,
they're still holding on to Tidra's hand.
Yeah, and she continues. Yeah. I thought I was lost. That I was destined to be there forevermore, but there was a voice. A voice that pierced even the mists of that place, calling. One who had lost. One who had had as much taken from her, even as I. And I was compelled to reach to them. I am no longer teacher of the celestial host. I am Tidra, mother of sorrows. And she glances down, and on the hem of her robe there are 3 black roses embroidered. Their voices call to me, and I help them as best I can. I help them get their revenge. And use their hate. I cannot guide you anymore. But perhaps you are better without my guidance now. You see her lips kind of curling as she speaks.
I think Zakan just grips tighter with the one hand that they have on them, and with the other, they reach to just gently touch Tidra's face, and they say, "No one is ever so lost that they can't return to where they need to go. And there is no atonement that is unreachable, no goal that is unfindable. Someone very wise taught me that. And if this is what you need on your path, teacher, I would do whatever you need to be whole. Or when my time is up, I will find you in that place beyond here and lend whatever power I can, because any light or warmth that I have, it is by you. It is from you. All the good that I have done is because of you."
matters not. The best of intentions, the purest of deeds. Yuzakan, you do not have family of your own, save those you guide to safety. Keep it that way. Do not open yourself to that which I have experienced. And know this. She releases your hand, turns, and starts to walk away through the water. I have no sons. But I will have vengeance. And she disappears into the gloom.
You have me. You'll always have me.
Kayla. You hit the ground running in your dream. That night, the time it all ended in Mensa Baranson, the night you knew your family was done, and the only thing that you could do was to get your father out and away. You could hear the distant clashes of arms, cries. Feel the smirks of onlookers of other houses, reveling in the deliciousness of a rival being put to the ground. You dashed through the streets that night and escaped out and away with your father and a handful of others. And as you scrambled up the rough-hewn staircases and ledges that go up the vast cavern that houses Mensa Baranson, towards the tunnels, towards the Underdark proper, away from the wards, away from the treachery and the violence of that night. You stop. Something calls you back and you turn. And you know you must be dreaming. You know this didn't happen at the same time. But you see what must be, from the way Vizeran described it, Gromf Bairnray's spell going off in the highest tower of the Archmage's College. You see a spiderweb of arcane and Phaseress magic, almost chain reactioning out of the clawing fingers of the towers of that vast house of power and arcane knowledge. You see the air above the city torn open, faceted, rented, gaping, a window into a place that should never be seen. And on the edge of hearing, experienced more than heard, the buzzing, chittering, cackling, gibbering cries and gleeful chaos that spilled through those gates, those windows, into your ex-home. You see the lesser demons pouring forth, spilling into the streets. The locals of Menzoberranzan fleeing, screams, sounds of conflict louder than just the fall of your house. Citywide. And then, with a huge sound, almost like fabric tearing, ice shattering, a huge pocket of darkness stretches across the mouth of one of the tunnels, and tentacled arms, and a double, leering, howling, enraged head. One that you had seen before emerging out of the dark lake. You see Demogorgon, the Dark Lord himself, hated of the Mother of Spiders, which was okay in your book, come leaping through the hole and into this world, crashing into the outskirts with no fear or comprehension of any physical harm to themselves. Flailing about, roaring, tearing, biting, crushing, as they laid into Menzoberranzan itself. The screams are not just coming from the city below. Those who had fled with you, escaped from the city, also screaming at the sight. Some of them clawing at their faces, trying to unsee what they could never again. You all run. Anywhere. As quickly as possible. Away from this madness, away from this nightmare. Into the tunnels. Into the Underdark. And as your small band of drow escape and head out into the dark, so too do the hordes of demons spreading out like a festering, cankerous growth. Unstoppable. Or is it? You hold on to your sanity, you hold on to a glimmer of hope, knowing that there are magics, there are things that you can do. If Izaran's plan works, and you are able to drive the demon lords out and away, whilst it's never somewhere you could call safe, the Underdark can be returned to how it was before. And perhaps from the ruins of Menzoberranzan, a better place can be rebuilt? What's Kalo thinking to himself as he's tearing through the tunnels?
So this is a point in Kalo's life where he barely registered the trauma that he felt. He is a boy, barefoot, ragged clothes, hair below his shoulders. And he stops for a moment. In his mind, he's adult Kalo, so he's reaching for the Sorrow Star and he sees nothing. He reaches for Lady Silverhair, grabs nothing. And that's, I guess he sees the wanton destruction of the demons and the horrifying guttural image of the Demogorgon, for a moment, time stops. The background becomes black, and the people he was escaping with have disappeared. And all he can see is the Demogorgon and the demons. Either stray, I can't. What are you trying to tell me? Not like this, I can't stop them. I don't have you. And he looks down at his hands. What do you do? I can save them when I have the power. I can't here. What are you trying to tell me?
There is no response, no answer. The darkness that is spreading out through the Underdark, as yet left unchecked, is threatening to swallow all light, all hope, all chance of pulling back from the brink of this abyss. And Kalo, as they stand alone in that echoey tunnel, the echoes of their own voice disappearing off into the distance, thinks perhaps that was the message, or the warning. If this isn't stopped, there will be no chance. There will be no light.
Okay. In his child form, he clenches his fists and he marches back to Menzoberranzan. It's a slow march, and he runs. His feet are dirty and bloodied. There's a gash, several, along his chest. The wound hasn't stopped bleeding and he's running. And he keeps running. And his image of a child becomes the image of adult Kalo. And in this darkness, I think his head starts to glow before his obsidian armor starts to glow. If you will not make the light, I will. And if it does not call to me, then I will make it pierce through the above. And if it does not pierce through the above, then I will tear it from your flesh until all that is left is you, a complete embodiment of light. And we end the scene with him running in, a flicker of light against that immeasurable darkness.
As you skid to a stop on that same ledge, overlooking that vast cavern, you see that light reflected in pockets, like small pools of water in a forest with glimpses of moonlight reflected. There are possibilities. There are chances within the wreckage of Menzoberranzan. This isn't over. There is a chance, however small, for this to be turned around. and our view whooshes past you and out into that space. Hence, the darkness returns to you. Corbin. You're not sure if it's Neverlight Grove or perhaps a different Myconid colony. As you finish your watch and take your rest, your dreams take you to a beautifully colored cavern. Forests of tall mushroom-like trees reaching up to the cavern above, tall zirkwoods, rainbow-faceted, beautifully colored fungi reaching off all of the cavern walls, and a wide carpet of moss and other mushrooms beneath your feet. As you run, there are 10, 15, 20, a crowd of myconid sprouts buffeting at your knees and swarming about you as you whirl and spin into the space, your spores reaching out, joining, mingling with the spores of the myconids here. That connection that you felt back in Neverlight Grove, reconnecting again, and that feeling of being one. You, with all of your skills as a monk, twirl and spin acrobatically, leaping off fallen zirkwood trunks down into a pool, splashing through the water, the other myconid sprouts chasing along after you, laughing in your mind, if not audibly, as they communicate with you through the rapport spores. Adult myconids happily tending fields of various mushrooms stop, lean on their various implements, and look on happily, welcoming you back into the community, welcoming you back into the network, as you feel that sense of community, that sense of connection that you had that first time that you were here in a myconid colony. What's going through Corbin's mind as you feel this connection again and this removal of the weight of everything that's happening?
Well, past going, like the initial spinning and dancing and connection of everything isn't necessarily new for Corbin, but it wasn't something that they found with their family. Closest thing that they've had to it, I've said before, were the birds that they would hang out with in the aviary back at the monastery. So the idea of having this type of connection and low-key pack bonding with something that isn't necessarily the same as you isn't anything new to them. And that moment where they first bonded with the Grove and were kind of, I don't want to say initiated, but the feeling of being a part of the hive mind was just kind of peaceful. That type of peace hasn't been felt since then. So it's just like, it's back. And they were so tired and now they're not. So they just, I feel like after they've spun and danced with all the kids and everything and everybody's chasing and running, there's a moment where they just like fall back and then they're like all over them, just kind of sitting and chilling, and like they just kind of spread out, arms out in the grass, kind of like that moment when they first woke up after bonding with them. They had been in this position of just full, almost surrender, and that's what they're at now.
And you hear a voice of one of the myconid sovereigns in your mind. Come now, little ones. Don't damage her stem. and they're gonna like brush them off you almost, and you'll just go laughing and skittering off amongst the Zerkwood trees.
I think it'll take a lot more than that to hurt me. But thank you. It's starting to get stuffy.
We are fortunate to have found you, and that you found us, that we might share in what's to come.
I feel like that's always a double-edged sword when Myconids say things like that. What do you mean?
We must share and live through the changes to our world. And he lifts one of his kind of, appendages up, and he points, and you see, as you're kind of running through and just looking at the surface of all the mushroom caps and all the colors, the oranges, the blues, the greens, all the different colors of the phosphorescence. If you stop and stay still and look past that, you can see in the mulch and in the soil around the stems, and also running up the stems part way, lines of dark rot, like veins in a strong cheese. There's no cure for rot other than to cut it out. And he reaches down and hoists you to your feet with his other arm and turns you around. And where down the far end of the cavern there had been that Zerkwood forest, the majestic mushrooms rising up, they are still there, but rotted, greying, veined with this black corruption. And glancing through, peering through the trunks, almost like the columns and the colonnades of a church, you see the carpets of moss turning white with mold. And it continues, and then that white rises up and becomes the wedding train of a tall, festering figure. As you see beyond the Zerkwoods, standing, illuminated beyond as if a vast cathedral stained glass window is shining beyond them, Zugtamoy, the demon queen of fungi, as she goes to one knee and places her hands in the vast organic being that is around her, and that corruption pulses out from her hands as if spreading through the entire ecosystem. You hear the Myconid sovereign next to you grunt, and you turn, and the veins are running up his form, spreading through the other Myconids that you can see around, and it is corrupting them. Not decaying them, not mouldering them away, but twisting them, that they become little more than shambling thralls to the demon queen. As you see another vision of her taking control of the vast fungal entity that stretches throughout the majority of the Underdark. What goes through Corbin's mind seeing this?
You'll think I'm being funny, but they are immediately thrown back to the random book of foraging that they have about different types of mushrooms. It was something that they thought they would need in handy while they were out in different places in case they needed to lay low. But they just remember something that they always knew about fungi that made them very interesting to her. that they mutate. That they grow out of things that are already dead, and sometimes that includes themselves. They are cannibalistic, and that means that they don't simply rot. They become a different source of nourishment for new, stronger fungi. And like, if it's possible, even if it's just for flavor, the halo spores I'm always talking about, I kind of want them to start gathering other Phaserous magics that's around me, because I want it to lift off of my head and go back onto the Sovereign's head. Kind of like, you can, my own seat of corruption of this version of light, something to like go against it almost.
You feel the gathering of the life force of all of the organic matter around you, and the Phaserous, the natural chaotic magic that exists here in the Underdark. It is flowing through all of these things. It's all connected, it's all one. And as your hair spins furiously in this saturation of Phaserous,
Right.
you feel a convulsion up your body. I don't know if you've ever grabbed an electric fence and felt that as it rushes up your arm.
I've been electrocuted because I accidentally stepped in a puddle once. I figure it's the same thing.
Okay, there you go. It rushes through you, and your cloud of spores just illuminates in this biophosphorescent glow, flaring around you, spreading out, being absorbed by the myconids around you, strengthening them, emboldening them, enabling them to resist the rot and fight back against the corruption.
The corruption that was going up the Sovereigns, they want to like touch the last clean part, like higher than the corruption, and begin to absorb it into them, into what would look like an inky cap mushroom. So like the bits of black would be like dripping from
there's this death
where
cap,
their
death cap
hair.
mushrooms.
Yeah, the death cap mushroom. Thank you.
Yeah.
But they're like all white, so like they're like the butterfly wings that's normally these like iridescent purple kind of go that white, and then be the ends of a butterfly's tail that has that long bit that's like the dripping ink of the corruption now like stripping off of them because it's becoming something different.
Yes. And the veins remain in the Myconid Sovereign, but now they're glowing with the color of your spores and illuminating, just like, radiating out from their form. And they tear...
all different colors. Very much went through my white and now
spiraling
prismed into different colors.
And for what is white, if not the collection of all colors, and just separating out and becoming all of that myriad of rainbow colors there. And you see them tear their foot away from the clinging, corrupted fungus of the floor of the cavern and stride forward one step. They tear the other foot free, gaining momentum as each step becomes stronger, more emboldened, easier. And you see the others beyond them also doing that. You feel through the connection, through the spores. This is our world. It is not for you. And you join them as you all rush towards that figure of Zugtamoy to stop her from taking control and taking what is not hers to take. And as you disappear between the trunks of the Zerkwood mushrooms there, you find yourselves awakening back in your cave. This comment like, wake was it? Yeah, we're gonna fuck you up. Oh.
I seriously, I like just the way just. Aww.
You kind of sleep punch Webster, who just like chuckles. He's like,
right in the booty, just that.
just turns and just like webs your arm to the wall. He's like, ugh. Just like hanging off it, still half asleep. Okay. Good morning.
Technically, the only one that still had a good dream because it was still fighting for them. They're like, "Well, I had a really hyper up dream. Let's go. You guys ready? Let's go."
Kayla's ended pretty good too. Yeah, Kayla's ended pretty good too.
Yeah.
Zakan's just got their arms around their knees, just rocking. Oh.
Yeah.
Zakan, what in the nine hells happened to you last night? How much of the beer did you drink?
Still just feeling that encounter with the giant worm, I suppose.
That's fair. That's fair. Even after getting some rest.
Well, these old bones don't recover quite as quickly as they used to. I'm not particularly excited about facing a beholder.
You want me to find you some new bones?
Oh.
Anastasia's like,
that
you
were
can't have any of mine.
I can find you some new bones, Kyle.
You know, if we go back to the purple worm and strike it in the gut, it might be able to vomit some bones, and we might be able to clean those up and
Will
give them to
also
you.
be that. But all I'm saying is, won't be gone that long if anything happens.
They like use their staff to pull themselves up to their feet and kind of stretch, and they take a deep breath and go, aging is natural, as is death. But I only hope that I have enough time to see this all through.
Too real, Stephen, too real. says the GM, hoping he'll make it to the end of the campaign.
Stop!
Don't do this. We get disadvantage. Thanks, Stephen.
Thanks.
Everyone's sad.
Right? I didn't ask for this psychic damage. Can we please?
Buzzkill.
Look, we talked about this. You don't have a choice. You're gonna stay around. So let's stop playing these games and let's go. You gotta stay long. You gotta stay around long enough to beat me up when I finally keel over.
I doubt very much that even with another 100 years, I could last as long as you do.
Yeah, I'm weirdly lucky.
Well,
Seem to be.
if it's any consolation, we could turn this potential fight into a diplomatic encounter. I'm sure the beholder would be willing to part with their stock so long as they realize it's trying to clone itself and make it another beholder. There's one thing beholders don't like, it's another beholder.
Unfortunately, we need its central eye.
You know,
Good point.
this is gonna be really annoying and hard, isn't it?
The beholder's central eye is extremely powerful. It contains an anti-magic field that I assume is necessary for the ritual we're trying to attempt.
Oh, well, then it's a good thing that all of my weird stuff isn't magic. Yes.
Kalo gets spells, immediately comes up against an anti-magic field.
I wonder if God is trying to tell me something.
I'll just use my key and then we'll get it. I don't use magic. It'll be awesome.
just
As
let's roll with it.
My certain unique biology is also non-magic. The flames that I produce are divine. So we would have a chance in a combat, but as Kalo said, we could attempt diplomacy. They are intelligent, as we saw back in the name of the place that I have forgotten.
Mental death.
Mental death. Okay, cool. So, we will try to talk to it. When that inevitably fails, I'm going to punch it in the face. Yeah?
Perhaps one person talking and the others attempting to set up for when things go wrong.
See, it's like a win things go wrong. What are we gonna do with these? And they point to Webster, who's like cradling the eggs, they're like wrapped in like in a sack. It's like on its back, like how baby like moms will carry the sack. That's how they have it. Like it's like
when chickens take care of baby kittens and things like that.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
exactly. I'm like, because right now I think one of my biggest assets is babysitting right now. What are we supposed to do with the eggs?
We wouldn't want them anywhere near the beholder, that's for sure.
Exactly.
They could use it for. But is the Syrian with us?
No.
Did they specify that the eye needs to be removed from the beholder?
Right, can we just get the beholder to chase us now? We'll invite them to a nice spaghetti dinner. It was a lie. It's a hell war. Welcome. You're part of it.
Yeah, been
You showed up.
enlisted.
Yeah.
Everyone knows beholders love spaghetti. That's just canon.
Yeah.
That one's
it's
your
just-
weakness.
It reminds them of their hair.
they deserve a nice pasta dinner, you know.
Yeah. Like spaghetti with olives in it is like it's the beholder's dish.
Ah!
Exactly.
Especially on the Rock of Brawl. I mean, you know, he is large Luigi. So,
His life's Luigi.
just goes with the territory.
Two
There you go.
references in one session, John.
I trust Webster to hide with the eggs and keep them safe.
No
Yes.
problem. Yeah.
You know, Kalo said something interesting. There is one thing that beholders hate more than anything else, and that's other beholders. Perhaps this one that's nearby would be willing to help us acquire an eye.
I think we're having two separate thoughts here from your sentence and the way you said it. What are you talking about? Because I thought you were asking me to turn into a beholder just now.
I don't think you'd be willing to give up your eye, even in your changeling form. Can you grow body parts back?
Technically.
I'm not sure if it would work if it were a changeling
No,
beholder eye.
yeah, no, I wasn't trying to give my eye up. I just was going to be the threat to the other beholder so that we can convince him to give us his eye.
I think whatever
Like I said,
beholder
we were thinking two
donates
completely
their
different
eye,
things.
yes. I don't
Donate.
think it's a survivable process to donate the eye.
They have so many.
The one middle one is important, I think.
Oh wait, we're not talking about the
Well, that's
spaghetti
what I-
knobs. We talking about Big Boy?
The big one.
I thought we were talking about spaghetti knobs. Okay. Man, we need like an out of the abyss equivalent of spaghetti, unless spaghetti just exists.
Does now.
The
Does now.
noodles?
Spaghetti. It's canon.
Spaghetti?
It's canon. It's canon. It's
We
spaghetti.
canonized spaghetti.
mean-
We talk about Big Boy. Cool. Thank you, Daisy. we were on the same page.
Zafan's like
yeah.
has a stick and is drawing in the sand.
He's like, no. It's so like, oh,
Taps.
that one. That's the one we going for.
If if Draconic is Japanese, there are a bunch of Dragonborn ramen shops. Yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
Oh.
So
don't
for
have
this,
it.
you didn't say nothing we were gonna be upset about.
I thought the way that you were going was like if like Undercommon is French, Draconic is Japanese, and then like the deep speech is Italian or something.
No, go on, it's not by language, it's by region. So we've had.
This is by region.
So yeah, so
Okay.
so
that means-
Blingderstone is Liverpool.
Where's
Menzerbranson is Paris.
Liverpool?
The Dale Lands is Germany.
There you
Thanks,
go.
thanks to DM Charlie, timely logo.
And the Abyss is Rome.
I mean, it is that well-known hymn to illustrate, you know. When the moon hits your...
It's your eye like a big. We haven't said pizza yet. Pie. It's still a stride.
Oh, it fits. That's nice.
Casting
canon now.
moonbeam.
I was on that goddamn
So-
spell.
Which one of us is going to? Who are we kidding? So Zakan, you'll talk to the beholder, and me and Kayla will hide in the shadows, where it will inevitably be mad at you or notice one of us. But at least we'll have it surrounded.
Well, hold on.
That seems.
The last time, Zakan, you got us into trouble, I feel that it's Corbin and I's responsibility to get us into trouble this time. And that would be
What?
more...
I'd
would
prefer
be
0.
more
Just keep going. No, just keep going. Just keep going.
There's not a trouble quota that we have to meet.
All right, I'm an overachiever. I feel like I've met mine.
How can you overachieve with your quota? Anyway, we'll figure the semantics out. More importantly...
As you say it, Carlo, a voice says, I'm yet to figure out. Am I on the register as well? Do I need to cause trouble? And you turn at the mouth.
We all like turn as a single group.
Yeah. You're like huddled, like looking at this scratching of Zakan's in the cave dirt on the floor here, and you turn, and there is a human in long black robes, kind of crouched, but like holding up here on a staff, like kind of like Zakan's, and on top of the staff is a varnished eye, about the size of a large grapefruit. And you can see that the bald head of the figure is tattooed and marked with many, many eyes as well.
Friend of yours, Anastasia?
She's like, no. And he kind of nervously kind of bobs his head. Shadrach! Shadrach, do you wish to see my benevolent lord and master? It is but a short distance. Enough enough distance for your voices to travel. Please, let us go. The vast oblivion awaits. And
Forgot about that urban legend that if you say beholder 10 times in a row, it summons one. That's
What a
on me.
coincidence.
And let me share with you this fine fellow. The beholder is there already, but the beholder's not there yet. But his art, piece of art here.
Oh,
Here he is.
he's friend-shaped.
I'm not sure you know what that means.
What friends do you have?
Okay, so yes, we shall return next time and meet our good friend Shadrach here properly. a little jittery. Had all the coffee this morning. As we head on over towards the lair of our beholder friend there. Right. Thank you, everybody. A massive thank you to everyone who's been hanging out in chat as well. Lots of people coming through today. Thank you for the follows and the gifted subs and everything. Awesome support as always. As Papa Dragon has there, please jump in the giveaway. Last chance. As we say goodbye to these fine people and head off on our merry way. Good luck, Daisy. We are giving away an as yet unreleased product from CZRPG. So please do jump in, ! Enter, like our friends there, for your chance to win. And we will draw the winner in just a moment before we head off on our raiding adventures. Thank you, McClover, as always. So, speaking of said adventurers, let us say goodbye to them properly. Going from the far corner there, Zakan. Who are you when you are not explaining things and trying to avert shenanigans.
I'm Steven, and I play Zakan, our Aasimar ranger / cleric / person who usually has a wiki tab open so that they can pretend they know what the fuck they're talking about in character about the Underdark. You can find me here every week. Otherwise, you can find me on Twitter at Distant Shores, where I mostly talk about Japan and indie games and things like that. So
Thank
do
you.
you want to do that?
Yes, indeed. Yep, and the link over there in the chat. Halo.
Friends, thanks for joining us on this lore-filled episode. I'm Mike, literally Grim and Chat. If I'm not here causing trouble with these two lovable goons, you can find me on Saturdays as your favorite space daddy, Doc. We will have a session this Saturday, so please come check it out and feel some emotional trauma. Can't find me there. You'll find me on Quest Junkies either Mondays, your second favorite small boy, Wes, or just me being in chat. Thanks for stopping by, friends. I love you.
Although, let us say, I don't think it's going to be traumatic. It's going to be the escape from that and the moving forward from that on Saturday. So
There is no healing.
looking forward
There's
to
only pain.
that. Wow. The views and opinions of Wakiverse Quest members are not those of... Look at the little hats. Little hats. Vengeful. Vengeful. And last but not least, Corbin. Muted.
That's what I was saying. I was like, hi, everybody, it's me. I'm a Buns, and I'm muted. But when I'm not muted, and when I'm not here on Wednesdays playing Corbin, our lovely monk druid, you can find me... Well, actually, we finished up our pirate ditty over on Guild Superior, so I no longer can be found playing Delphine de Song and that madness chasing around our magical chicken, old Ben. But you can still find me over on Eviscerate's channel, playing the human embodiment of camp spirit, Maisie, as they try to figure out why all these old people are dying inside of their camp. If you want to figure out what all of that rigmarole is, then you can join me over there this upcoming Sunday.
Excellent. Do love a good investigation. I was late to the party, but I just finished watching Bookshops of Arkham, which is so good. I say, it is quite the flex to have actors in full costume for your NPCs. It's like, wow. Okay, thank you. And there are the Twitch channel for Buns is there, and there's shout out for Guild Superior if you want to go and catch those VODs of the cool Pirate Borg shenanigans there. Thank you. We are Phoenix Uwaki. We play lots of D&D and other TTRPGs, and we will be back later today or first thing tomorrow, if that's where you are in the world, with our Ravenloft homebrew Barovia and beyond. Things are ramping up very, very quickly as they hurtle towards the finale and the conclusion. Will they be able to release the spirit of the Archfey trapped in another domain of dread, the corrupted carnival that is the domain of Hekna? And in doing so, release Barovia from the mists and allow it to return to the Sword Coast, from where our Candlekeep Mysteries crew saw the big gouge in the landscape, where it will be returning to in the Trollclaw Mountains if they are successful. We shall see as they go against all the fun of the fair, and we should be jumping into that later. Then it is that week of that every other weekend, where on Friday we'll be heading over for our sneak peek preview playthrough of the fantastic Jacinta's Tyranny from the awesome CZRPG, and then on Saturday we have the fabulous Dark of Xerxes crew with our Spelljammer Extravaganza, as they are dealing with the aftermath of a very deadly fight. One of the characters was lost. We shall see how they proceed from there on Saturday. And then that'll bring us around back to the jungles of Chult for more fantastic Tomb of Annihilation, Sunday night or Monday morning, depending where you are. Join us. We have giveaways for every session, so jump in on all of those and get your chance to win all of the goodies. And we will look forward to seeing you very, very soon. Right. Okay, so, my friends, that is all for today. So let us see who our lucky winner is of the CGRPG goodies today. Good luck, everybody. Just do a quick refresh here, make sure we've got everyone in there. It was McClever, it was. And I think I showed my true colours there. I think it was clear that I didn't want it to happen with how much I was crying as well. Oh, it was great.
Can't believe you've done this.
It's so nice though to have this space where you can explore those those feelings and that kind of emotional vulnerability.
Yeah.
Heart on your sleeve
Yeah,
stuff.
that's the right word.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Okay, thank you, Papa. It was awesome. Okay, so closing up the entries there. Good luck, everybody. Today's copy of the as yet unreleased CZRPG product goes to Phantom. Congratulations! Thank you for all the mod goodness that you do.
Better late than
Congrats to
never.
yourself. Congratulations, that'll be heading your way once it is available. You're doing a preemptive giveaway this time. So good luck, and everyone do join us for, we have 3 more sessions this week, and then jumping into Tomb of Annihilation as well. So we have more chances to win. Please jump in, and we hope to see you all again very, very soon. And let us head off raiding. Who's on? So nice to have Scarlet come by today. Let's see here. Twitch. Who on? Not Patch. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see. Wow. So many choices. All the people. Thank you, everyone, for choosing to spend your streaming time with us when there's lots and lots of people going at the moment. That's just people I follow. There's even more other people as well. Okay, let us head on over in the general direction of our felted friends at Perception Studio. A fantastic time always there, so stick around and say hello from us and let them know that you jumped in with those phoenixes, and we look forward to seeing you all next time. Do stick around for the raid. I'm going to do a quick shout out for that fabulous Troll Lord game Kickstarter. Please do check out our fantastic friends over there. Let me drop some links here. So yes, massive thank you. Oh, you beat Tukram, but it ignored you. Oh no, there you go. We got both of us. Double shout outs. So yes, the fantastic Troll Lord games, with all of their Castles and Crusades and other original content. They're doing an awesome Kickstarter at the moment for a bunch of really imaginative and awesome, a bunch of historically accurate stuff as well. Armors and armaments for both your heroes and the baddies and monsters of the world. So do check out that awesome Kickstarter, which is going to be in the closing reel there. And, of course, all of our other friends, if you want to get awesome music, as it really does add some real oomph to dream sequences, as we saw today.
Ambiance.
Do check out the fabulous Sirenscape. And if you want to do it while supporting us, go through our affiliate link there. And if you want to be a Super Siren subscriber, you can get access to all of their hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of awesome sound effects and originally scored music. Awesome stuff there. Now, of course, if you want to see what direction your stories are going to take, you're going to need some dice to roll. So, everyone head out to the fabulous Phoenix Dice. And, yes, get yourself a little bag like this of beautiful, beautiful Click-Clack Mathrocks over there. And, speaking of them, and of course, the source of our giveaway and Jacinta's Tyranny, our sneak peek preview playthrough, the fabulous CZRPG as well, awesome encounter design, beautiful maps, and everything that you come to expect from those awesome people. Recently, their latest book was reviewed by Mr. Tarask on YouTube, who very boldly claimed they had decided that it was the best book they are going to review this year.
Oh, yay.
Even though we're only halfway
That's
through.
awesome.
And as Phantom has dropped there, we have coupons so you can enjoy all of their amazing goods at a nice discount as well. 15% off Phoenix Dice and 10% off anything from the CZRPG catalog on DriveThruRPG. So jump into all that good stuff. And last but not least, by any means, if you are looking for an awesome adventure for yourself, do head on over to the Discord of one fabulous DM, Charlie, who you might recognize from our Tomb of Annihilation and previously joined us for Wild Beyond the Witchlight. They are a fantastic group of professional DMs who have all sorts of tables and adventures for you to jump in on, and just a generally nice place to hang out and ask advice and celebrate this hobby of ours. So do jump in on Charlie's Discord there as well. Right, thank you everybody, absolutely wonderful as always, and I cannot wait to wake up properly and see what's going on in this next part of our adventure. So, thanks everyone, that is all for today though. Stick around for that raid if you've got them, let those phoenixes fly. But until next time, as we like to say around these parts, oyasumi nasai. Oyasumi.
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 Oyasumi.